Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 21st Intergalactic Presidential Debate. Our two candidates tonight are the MAGA Party nominated Donald J. Trump and the Money Party nominated Mr. Eugene Krabs. Please join me in welcoming the two candidates. Thank you for being here tonight. Mr. Trump, I want to start with you. Recently, there have been allegations that you have been involved in mass voter fraud. What is your response to these allegations?
Well, first of all, thank you, Pam, for doing this. You look absolutely stunning tonight and beautiful, although maybe I shouldn't say that. You actually quite remind me of my beautiful daughter. But I mean, if you look at these election fraud claims, they are absolutely and totally false. There's been no evidence at all. It's all a total hoax. None of it happened. Now, if you want real election fraud, look at what Mr. Krabs has done. Mr. Krabs has been seen at a poll booth dumping hundreds of fake ballots into the drop-off box. There's proof of this out there. There are pictures out there that you can find of this. It is really quite disturbing if you want to know the truth.
That is actually my first question for you, Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs, you have also been accused of committing mass voter fraud. Currently, there are pictures going around on the internet showing you literally stuffing the ballot box with fake ballots. What is your response?
These allegations are a lie. These pictures are totally doctored. It's all AI-generated nonsense.
Have you seen the pictures, Mr. Krabs?
Have you seen the pictures,
Mr. Krabs?
The pictures are fake as fuck.
They didn't look fake to me. Pam, I have brought with me Mr. Plankton Sheldon tonight. Where are you, Plankton? Plankton is the one that took these famous photographs and witnessed Mr. Krabs stuffing the ballot box. He caught him like a little kid with his hand in the cookie jar, and he ought to be arrested and put in jail if you want to know the truth.
Mr. Krabs, your response.
I didn't do it.
Nice one, Krabs.
Okay, moving on. Mr. Krabs, the intergalactic debt is now $9.1 quintillion. Tell us how you'd fix the debt if you were elected.
I've been successfully running the Krusty Krab for a long time. I understand spending. Ever since I started the Krusty Krab, I've cut spending every year. In fact, the Krusty Krab actually spends nothing due to my clever business expertise.
That is a lie. You've spent tens of dollars buying toilet paper and other useless things like that. You cannot be trusted with our intergalactic debt.
I have not bought a single roll of toilet paper in over 8 years. In fact, our toilet paper is directly borrowed from the Bargain Mart bathroom.
Mr. Trump, same question to you. How will you help fix the debt crisis?
Listen, we have got to cut spending. We just have to. But I mean, I've seen a lot of people have been saying to cut the defense budget, but we just can't do that. We are now at a greater risk of war more than ever before. And I'll tell you that if you want to get into a war, that's exactly what you're going to get with Mr. Krabs.
How are you going to cut spending?
He will get us into a war within his first year in office.
Spending? How will you cut spending?
I'm getting to that. Listen, in my business, there has never been anyone in the history of this universe that has had a company with better profits than mine. I will tell you that.
You have filed for bankruptcy 6 times! 6 times!
Wrong. No, that is wrong. Listen, you want to talk about cutting spending? When I was building Trump Tower back in 1983, I hired undocumented immigrants, illegal immigrants. It was totally under the table, totally illegal, and I only had to pay them peanuts. I paid them peanuts, folks. I saved a tremendous amount of money. I cut spending like nobody has ever seen. This universe needs a president that can run the universe like I run my business.
Wow, that's really impressive, Donald. But get this. I have the most successful restaurant in Bikini Bottom. And yet I only have 2 employees. I pay them minimum wage. They barely can keep everything together. And yet I make it work. I keep my costs of labor low enough that I'm bringing in record profits every quarter, I tell you.
Oh, you're not ready for this one. I'm telling you now, on intergalactic television for the first time, to show you how serious I am, I'm going to set an example. Effective immediately, I am firing my entire HR department. We're going to have no accountability, no protection, and that's going to be bringing in record profits, I can tell you that.
Oh, I'm just getting warmed up, Donald. Get this. One time I fired half of my staff for 62 cents. Can you beat that? Can you beat that?
I hosted a beauty pageant called Miss USA. I made millions and millions of dollars on a show where people do nothing but rate women on how attractive they are. All it took me was one phone call to make that happen. And also, by the way, I'll tell you, Pam, you would do great if you joined that show. You'd really be tremendous.
No. Mr. Trump, over the past several days, we've seen several racist and violent groups come out and support and endorse your candidacy for president. My question is, are you willing to condemn and denounce these groups that are supporting you?
Well, Pam, that's actually a very vicious question, but I'll answer it. Well, I mean, who do you want me to condemn? Give me
The
a name.
AABB, or Abort All Black Babies group, has supported you, and the EAL, or Eliminate All Life group, has supported you.
I'll totally condemn the EAL group. I mean, eliminating all life, that's not a very good thing to stand for. We need life, and we like life. We've got to have it around. I mean, this universe will never be safer with me as the president. But as far as the Abort All Black Babies group, you'd have to maybe give me the names of the individuals, because I'm not sure what that group does or is involved with, and I don't want to condemn something I know nothing about.
Nice answer, Donald.
All right, we've just been informed that calls to the suicide hotline have increased over 500% since this debate started. My final question to the both of you is, what do you say to those that are thinking of ending it all after watching this abhorrent debate? Mr. Krabs, we'll start with you.
Listen, I don't blame you folks. Listening to all of Trump's garbage feels like necrotic brain rot has been planted right into my brainstem. But hear me out. The best piece of advice I've ever received is one that has saved my life countless times. My uncle used to say to me, "Krabs, you youngin', make sure you remember to count your money." Thank you.
Mr. Trump, your closing remarks?
Thank you, Pam. Listen, I know that tonight we failed to address almost every major issue, but listen, I promise, as president, I will fix all of the problems that we have, every single one. We can make America and perhaps even the universe great again. Thank you.
Great job, Donald! Subscribe or I'll gouge your balls out.